Well, some of the most insane, or probably the most insane and biggest trading news we have about Anime Vanguards trading was just mentioned in the recent stage that we just had, featuring Nagblocks, featuring basically all the devs, or most of the devs. It was a pretty fun stream, but also the most important part of the stream is that trading. We got trading news, and it's pretty interesting, so we're going to talk about it in today's video. Well, chat, I just want to inform you that our goal is to eventually get to 100k subscribers, and by subscribing before we get to 100k subs, you get to officially be part of the OG AB Play subscribers. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get this video started. So there are a few things mentioned in stage about trading. I don't have the clips because, or I don't have the recordings because it was a pretty long stage. A lot of yapping and a lot of talking, if I was being honest, but there was a lot of things that was mentioned in that stage specifically. But the two things I was mentioned about trading is that three things rather. But the two most important thing is, number one, they already got somebody to work on trading, so they're already working on trading right now. That's what they got on stage. They got somebody specifically to work on trading. We don't know who that person is, but basically they're already working on trading right now. Number two, this is not as important, but they want to basically get trading right because they know that trading is going to be super important for their game. And number three, and this is going to be the biggest news that will probably change the way we view trading, and it will genuinely change trading in Anime Vanguards once it releases. It will be a very different landscape, is that familiars will be tradable. This means that if you have a good burb, which is, by the way, rarer than some of the Vanguards. So, according to the developer, to the planner himself, Valk, he said that a god burb with a perfect roll is rarer than monarchs, basically. Apparently, I could get monarchs for several updates and it would still not be as rare as a god burb. So, if you had a god burb of, like, positive stats on your burb, like 34 damage. I don't really know the math behind it because I never got into burb because I hated it, or I hated that raid. But it's going to be tradable, which means that if you have a good burb, you can trade it for a bundle, right? If you have a good burb, you can trade it for a Vanguard. If you have a good burb, you can trade it for rerolls. If you have a good Black Spirit, you can trade it for rerolls. This is going to change the way that Anime Vanguards is going to work with their trading, because unit trading, in my opinion, is interesting, but you can't trade traits with units. So, like, for example, if I trade my Escanor with Monarch, somebody else, it's gonna disappear. But if I trade my familiar, that stat will be kept, basically. So, for example, if you have like a good Black Spirit, a good Burb, a good Strange Cat, it's going to keep the stats. Like, if you rerolled on it and you got like a really good Black Spirit. So, for example, I have a few Black Spirits right here. All of them are bad because, again, I never really farmed this, but like this one right here, 60%. I think this one's gonna be bad. But if I had, like, for example, 100% Black Familiar, that would probably be going for a decent price. I think that could be going for like a battle pass. Now, this makes the game extremely free-to-play friendly, in my opinion, because you can grind for familiars. And for people that are lazy to grind for familiars, they could just buy a bundle, trade for your familiars, and you will be able to get familiars as well. This is actually going to be so crazy for free-to-play players who are actually hard grinding the game. And also crazy for those who just want to spend money and be good at the game, because now they can just buy familiars that are actually OP. For example, a God Burb is literally better than Ethereal, right? A God Burb is better than Ethereal because you can stack it with Monarch, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, this will genuinely change the way the game is played. I'm not even lying. This is not clickbait when I say this, because when that happens, right, you're going to be grinding for your rerolls and challenges, boss rushes, and all that stuff, but you're also going to be grinding for familiars, because getting the best familiars in the game will allow you to be able to trade for bundles, and that will allow you to get the rerolls that you can use on your units. So it might be a good play to actually start investing your time on those familiars, which is pretty great. But not only just those units, not only just the familiars, right? The reason why I'm talking about familiars is because they're the only ones that you can farm infinitely. You can also go for like Vanguards, like Escanor, and trade for Vanguard Escanor for bundles, right? A lot of people have been doing this. They've gotten like tons of Kaguya's that they're going to be trading for when the trading finally releases, and they're gonna stock up on rerolls. A lot of people have already been doing that, and I think it's actually pretty smart to do this because the values on release is definitely going to be insane. When the game releases trading, which is in my opinion going to be around the end of the year, probably when they're going to be releasing trading, maybe even around Christmas. When they do that, the value at the first few days will be crazy. Right? The value at the first few days will be crazy, and you can profit insanely high from selling all of your stuff during those first few days. You could get a lot of rerolls from doing that. It's gonna be crazy how good it is. So yeah, this is a video that's supposed to tell you this news, so that you can also prepare for it and get rich from this. Because I'm telling you, during those first few days, you will get bans. Okay, not realistic, not bans as in US dollars or whatever currency you guys have, but as in rerolls. People are gonna be, flying off. Rerolls are gonna be flying off the shelves. Bundles are also gonna be flying off because people will want to be trading for those limited units or those insane familiars you have. That's pretty much it for trading. Expected to release sometime soon by the end of the year. It's pretty good, and I think this is definitely going to do wonders for the game. And now it's not going to be like PvP that was hyped up, because I feel like PvP was hyped up insanely high by the developers and also by some other content creators. But PvP is a different thing, because PvP is a game mode that people didn't really like that much. Trading is a game mode that everybody likes a lot, and is also very useful. So I think trading being glazed like this is not a bad thing, because I think it could really be good, And yeah, I'm just excited to see where trading will go. So before I end this video, actually, I want to show you guys the things that you should be farming right now. Number one, obviously the Vanguards, Kaguya and Escanor. If you could get multiple copies of Kaguya and Escanor, that would be great. If you could get a shiny Escanor or Kaguya, that would also be great. If you could get any shiny limiteds, like for example, I have a shiny Gazelle. I have a shiny Gazelle right here. Shiny Gazelle is one of the rarest units in the game, apparently. So I could trade shiny Gazelle for a pretty good amount of rerolls, probably. Maybe 50 rerolls or 25 rerolls, or maybe a battle pass, or maybe more than that, maybe like a 2,000 bundle, because Gazelle is pretty expensive. So those are some of the things that you should collect, these units right here. Limited units, battle pass units. I don't know if battle pass units are going to be tradable, but limited units such as Gazelle, Toji was also a limited unit. You can get those units, collect them, every single last one of them, get multiple copies if you can. So like Merliona, Escanor, those would be good. But then you also want to get familiars. Black Spirit, Strange Cat, and then Burb is the 3 familiars that you're gonna want to get, because Black Spirit is hella useful for energy units or for meter units. Strange Cat is hella useful, and Burb is the most versatile one. So try and collect those and like stock up on them, and bro, when trading releases, you're gonna be hella rich. Yeah, that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.